for some reason, I just actually, I know the reason. I'll tell you the whole reason in a minute, maybe, if I decide to share that with you. It is Friday, September 19th. Obviously missed you last week. We were just wrapping up our International Guitar Camp, and it was a blast. I guess I got to tell you a little bit more about the camp. I have a little bit more of a detailed video at the IGC site now, so the top video there kind of recaps what happened and what's going on for next year and things like that. So if you're interested in checking us out for next year, you could check that video and the info about dates. I'll give you all that right here in a minute too. But have a lot of songs on my mind because of a really cool thing that happens there every night is the late night jam in the Pueblo Lounge, which is a big room. It's even got a piano and a fireplace. I don't think we ever fired up the fireplace, but everybody up to maybe 15, 20 people might be in there playing songs that are projected up on the wall. And I got to get some videos out of this because it really is a blast. And this can go on till 1 or 2 o'clock sometimes for some of the diehards, but. So that's sort of been on my mind is some of the songs that we were playing there. Part of it is, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about, I'll get the camp recap in a minute. We put together a new pack of tunes called Saturday Night Sets Volume 2, and this is loosely based on the types of songs that we play there. There's songs, there's REM tunes in there, Creedence. Seals and Crofts, Loggins and Messina, the Beatles. So anyway, this set of tunes that is just now available is kind of based on songs that are really fun to play in a big group of people. Ventura Highway's in there, Carefree Highway. We got 2 highway songs in there, and Midnight Rider, which is also kind of like a carefree. Anyway. So I guess while I'm talking about new stuff, we did have one other new lesson come out, the Bellamy Brothers tune that Nesh put a lesson together for us. If I told you, well, it's a long title. It'll take up too much video here for me to put it in there, but be sure to check that out if you're cruising through our latest lessons. But camp, let me tell you a little bit about camp, because we start the fall camp with a barbecue. Well, it turned out to be a build your own taco lunch here instead on the Sunday before camp starts, and we had about 15 or so of the 25 campers that showed up. They were here in a day early, and then we start on Monday night with checking in and having dinner, and then the Monday evening, each of the teachers gets up and plays a little bit and talks about the 5 teachers: Mike Mullins, Dave Nachmanoff, Doug Young, Jim Bruno, and some other straggler that takes up way too much time on stage. But and then we start the open mic. So the fall camp has open mic every night. So we encourage everybody. That's why we keep it relatively small. If we keep this to 25 people or so, it means everybody that wants to can get up and play a song every night. And if a few people don't, some people get a chance to play too. So the fall camp is definitely geared towards open mic, getting up and playing in front of the friendliest audience you could ever have. If you're afraid of playing in front of people, this is the way to get your feet wet. So, and then each morning we have a class, kind of a theory or ear training class at 9 o'clock, and then rotate in smaller groups around the different teachers from 10 to 12. And then we have a songwriting class. Dave runs a songwriting class at 1 o'clock each day. And then for the rest of the afternoon, we have lessons that you sign up for, private, well, semi-private. Anybody can eavesdrop on other people's lessons. Semi-private lessons, we sign up for like a 20-minute segment with each teacher, and that's what we do in the afternoon. We also have a performance workshop on the first day, which would be Tuesday, where a few people get up and play a song like it's an open mic, and then get suggestions and comments and critiques is probably a better word, from the teachers as to what they could do to improve their stage presence a little bit better, or make their stage presence a little bit better. So, and we also give people a lot of time, especially by the last day, by Thursday, to work on collaborating with others. And the Thursday open mic is really geared towards groups of people that have put a song or 2 or 3 or 4 together to play Ben. So, and then Friday we just sort of check out. So this was our fall IGC. This was I think the 13th one we've had. We would have had 14 if it's something because we canceled the COVID year 2020. But we've been doing the fall one since 2013. And then we started a spring one a couple of years ago. We've done 2 of those so far, and that'll be in April. Well, so the dates, I'll give you the dates right now, and then I'll stop talking about camp maybe, except I'm still kind of jazzed about it. I come back from this just energized, and it's so much fun. The next year's dates, the spring camp will be April 23rd to the 26th, which is a Thursday to Sunday. It's 1 day shorter, and we only have one night of open mic there. The other night, what we do a teacher's thing one night. The second night, we do a song circle where everybody sits like in the main area, not on stage, and with a guitar in their hands or grabs one out of their stand when it's their turn, and shares a song with the group. So we have usually time to do. We keep the spring one to about 18 people, which means we have time to go around the circle twice. So that's another feature of the spring camp that we don't have really time for in the fall camp. So coming up in the spring, April 23rd, and we will open the online registration for that on November 15th, about two months from now. And the fall camp next year will be a week later. It'll be the Monday. We're sticking with the Monday after Labor Day. And next year, Labor Day is as late as it can be. It's the 7th. So our camp will start on the 14th. So September 14th to the 18th will be the fall camp next year. And registration for that will open in January 15th. So, some of the songs we heard there, tunes that I hadn't heard for a while. Somebody got up and played Willin'. See if I can do it up in that octave. Anyway, hopefully you recognize that. That was a sorry attempt at Willin' by Little Feat. So that was the song that kind of came out of the blue. Somebody played Midnight Rider. I guess Midnight Rider got played at one of the late night jams, and that opened up a door for talking about a little bit of theory of an unusual song and the keys that it's in. It revolves around a D chord, but keeps dropping down to C. And so we keep hearing it gives it a little bluesy sound, which really puts us in a mode that is not major or minor. We're in the key of D. I guess we're going to get into modes. Hadn't planned on that. But really simply, we're in the key of D, which the key signature for D is 2 sharps. And the melody that Greg sings is F sharp, more or less. So it's using the major third of the key, but that little riff has C natural in it, which the key of D major has C sharp in it. So that makes it sound kind of bluesy. And as it continues, it goes through a couple of different chords that are not in the key of D. It goes to a G minor 7, and C, which are chords really from the key of F. Because in the key of F, G would be step 2, and that's where a minor or minor 7 chord happens, and C would be chord 5. Now the key of F is related to the key of D in that the key of D minor has all the same, is relative to F, meaning this song starts off in D mixolydian, and then as it goes into the chorus, goes into chords from D minor, the G minor 7, and C major, and then comes back to D major. 3 chords in the whole song, and 2.5 different keys just among those chords. Very cool tune. So, okay, enough analysis of Midnight Rider. What else happened at camp? Let's see. I think I've given you enough of the camp rundown. We had something else exciting happened. Oh, yes. The last thing is, my daughter Rebecca and her son Keppa came up and spent a whole day with us on Wednesday in the middle of camp. And Rebecca, being a chiropractor, and a massage therapist, saw a bunch of people and worked out some kinks in their wrists and their necks and their backs and stuff like that. And everybody raved about having Rebecca there. So when we get Rebecca there to have many little 20-minute sessions with people to kind of relieve the tension and stress that guitar players feel anyhow, that happened. What did I play this week? I'll try playing a song that I think I botched at camp this year, but let's see if I can get through this, and then we'll wrap this up and hopefully get back on board. That was a slightly shortened version of Sylvia, tuned by, I don't know if I have a lesson on this. I probably have an acoustic snapshot of it. A tune by Focus, not from the same album as Hocus Pocus, which was their big hit, of course. I'm sure you remember that. But really interesting thing going on with triads in the beginning of that. And all of these chords have a D in the bass. And talked a lot about second guitar parts. A great way to build a second guitar part is to use these little 3-string triads out of the D family. It looks like a D chord just at a different fret. Out of the A family that looks like this. I played this just in something I was playing a few minutes ago. I'm at the 5th, 7th, and 7th frets, and that's the top 3 strings of the A family of bar chords. So if you picture an A chord down here with open and 2 notes at the 2nd, this would be the movable version of it. And then the mini version of the E family is like a G chord would look like 2 notes at the 3rd and a note at the 4th. Yeah. And that's derived, that's the top 3 strings of this. So when you're playing triads just using the top 3 strings, you basically have 3 families, not just E and A, but we use the D family as well. So that little intro I just played in Sylvia starts with a D chord, the E shape at the 10th fret, then goes to a D shape at the 9th fret. Pretty dissonant, because that's not a chord that includes a D in it. Then to an A shape at the 7th fret. Then an E shape at the 8th. then a D shape at the 5th, an A shape at the 3rd, and an E shape at the 3rd. Let's walk through that again. What the heck? Grab your guitar and give this a try. The E shape at the 10th gives us a D chord. The A shape at the 9th, the D shape at the 9th gives us an A chord. An A shape at the 7th gives us an E chord. The E shape at the 8th gives us a C chord. The D shape at 5 gives us an F. The A shape at 3 gives us a C. And the E shape at 3 gives us a G. Then the song starts. Okay, there you go. Little dissection of triads that in a really unusual chord progression, because we had a D chord, an A chord, an E chord, a C chord, an F chord, another C chord, and then a G chord. 7 different major chords. Is that true? D, A, E, C, F, G. 6. No B chord. Yeah. So not 7. We had the C in 2 different places. That's why I had an extra one. So, okay. For me, it's back to the real world now. I guess I got a few more lessons under construction that have not gone, that have sort of been stagnant for a few weeks as we're prepping for camp. But that will be on my agenda next week. Hope to bring you some new tunes, and hope you enjoy checking out our new package of Saturday Night Sets Volume 2. There's, of course, a Volume 1 as well, and that has many other cool tunes in there. But in this one, we see Jackson Browne and Cat Stevens, and somebody else I didn't mention. There's a Dylan song in there, Seals and Crofts, Buffalo Springfield, the Eagles, Neil Young, stuff like that. So, okay, I will be back next week.